The war room was silent. Not a whisper, not a murmur, just the soft hum of alien machinery and the occasional flicker of lights on holographic displays. General Vale, a towering figure among the Zarkon fleet, stood at the head of the table, claws tapping impatiently on the polished metal surface. The battle for the Andronis sector had been going well, or so they thought. General, hissed Lieutenant Crox, a wiry officer with too many eyes and too many scars. His voice trembled slightly, though he tried to mask it with bravado. Sensors are picking up something. A ship, massive, unknown origin. It's heading this way. Vale raised an armored eyebrow. Show me. The holographic display shimmered, resolving into a colossal spacecraft. Its hull glinted like sunlight on water, sleek, angular, and utterly alien to the Zarkons, but somehow. Human Crox gulped. General, it's the humans. Vale snorted. Humans? You mean those primitive, fragile creatures who cower at our fleets? The same beings who barely survived the last skirmish on Cerulia? That's impossible. But deep down, Vale felt a twinge he didn't want to admit. Something about the ship didn't feel small. Impossible or not, Crox said, voice tightening. It's enormous. And it's armed to the teeth. Shields, weapons, propulsion. They could destroy the entire fleet before we even get close. Vale leaned closer, his many eyes narrowing. He had faced thousands of enemy species in his long career. He had conquered, burned, and assimilated worlds. He had never, ever felt fear. But now there was a cold knot in his chest. A sudden, low rumble shook the room. The hologram flickered, and the communications officer blinked rapidly. General, they're hailing us. Vale straightened. Put it on the main screen. A human face appeared. Not a young recruit. Not a timid diplomat. This was a human who radiated authority. Every line on their face a testament to battles fought and won. Their eyes burned with the kind of controlled fury that made even the most seasoned Zarkons uneasy. Sakon General Bael, the human said, voice calm but lethal, you have trespassed into human-controlled space. You have ravaged our colonies, slaughtered innocents, and stolen resources. That ends today. Vale chuckled nervously. We are merely expanding our territory. Your species is insignificant. The human leaned closer to the camera. You've underestimated us for the last time. Prepare your fleet for annihilation. The room went silent. Then, with a flick of the human's hand, the communication ended. Crox's multiple eyes darted nervously. General, they're not joking. The sensors showed they're moving into attack formation. Vale slammed his claw on the table. Form the battle lines. All ships, ready weapons. The Zarkon fleet launched, and soon the void of space was alive with the deadly dance of warships, laser beams slicing through the darkness. The humans did not wait. Their massive ship, a fortress in the void, unleashed swarms of smaller attack crafts that moved with perfect synchronization. Every shot the Zarkons fired was countered, dodged, or reflected back with devastating precision. Vale watched in disbelief as the battle unfolded. His ships, once invincible, fell one by one. Their plasma cannons, capable of tearing planets apart, barely scratched the human hull. Entire squadrons vanished in seconds. General, Crox shouted, we're losing too many ships. They can anticipate our every move. Vale's claws flexed. Rage boiled in him. Impossible. They are just humans. How can a deep, vibrating roar echoed from the human flagship? It wasn't a weapon. It wasn't a missile. It was something else entirely. The flagship unleashed a pulse that seemed to resonate with the very atoms of the Zarkon ships. Systems malfunctioned, weapons froze mid-fire, engines sputtered. Ships spun out of control, colliding with one another in a chaos of metal and fire. They're using adaptive resonance. Crocs gasped. Adaptive? What? Resistance? Shields that change to match our weapons, and something in the pulse our weapons are useless. Vale felt panic rise, unfamiliar and unwelcome. Every strategy he had ever known, every battle plan, every tactic failed against them. The humans were unpredictable, unstoppable, and utterly, terrifyingly brilliant. Retreat. Vale finally roared, his voice echoing through the fleet. All ships, fall back. Fall back immediately. But the humans weren't done. They pursued relentlessly, striking faster, smarter, deadlier than anything the Zarkons had ever encountered. By the time the remnants of Vale's fleet reached a nearby star system, they were broken, scattered, and humiliated. In the aftermath, the Zarkon command could only watch helplessly. The human ship hovered in the void, scanning the damaged fleets, calculating, observing, waiting. And then, without a word, it vanished faster than any Zarkon craft could hope to follow. Vale sank into his chair, claws trembling slightly. Never had he felt such fear. Never had he faced a foe who was. Human Crocs approached cautiously. General, what? What now? Vale looked up, eyes burning with a mixture of awe, anger, and something else. Respect, now. We learn, or we die. Because if the humans are coming, and they're not happy, he let the words hang in the air. ... Then the universe itself should run. In the cold darkness of space, one thing was certain. Humanity had arrived. And they were nothing like the Zarkons expected. Fragile, naive, weak. No, they were clever, relentless, and united by something no technology or weapon could replicate. The unyielding will to survive and protect their own. And every alien who had ever underestimated them would soon learn the same terrifying truth. The human fleet, a symbol of resilience and ingenuity, was more than just a warship. It was a warning, a promise, a reckoning. The stars themselves seemed to tremble as humanity, for the first time in the Androna sector, showed the universe that when provoked, humans didn't just fight. They fought to win, and failure was never an option. Asterisk.